Hey, welcome to The Witcher 3. So, honestly, don't expect too much from this live stream. Unfortunately, it's probably gonna get cut off at some point randomly because my internet is just terrible. Shout out Spectrum, i.e. Time Warner. Hate these guys, but honestly, it feels bad to me to complain about the internet. It's like, I don't know, man.
Here in
Like
Beauclair, all's right and fair.
on one hand, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta say it's interesting because I tend to like pivot between different viewpoints, you know? Not like necessarily drastically, but I like to understand everything from like uh any angle you could approach it from, you know? Like I don't know. It's interesting to kind of argue with yourself and figure out why, or figure out like all the approaches that someone could take to understanding something. I think that's the best way to ultimately understand something. But I don't know. Can anyone even understand me? But no, like I don't know. I tend to sort of like pivot from like just complete nihilism to more like absurdism and like I don't know if there's necessarily a happy middle ground in between them both. Like here's a good amount of nothing matters, everything's gonna die, but also like I I don't know, man. Because on one hand, I would like to do good. I would like to, you know, uh, help people and do good things in my life. But like, I don't know how to do that, and I feel like I don't have any power to do that. It's like when you're unsure of yourself, it's like, how are you ever gonna be able to help people? And hmm. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I should probably go for. I'll go for some fisticuffs. And I'm also gonna go for a haircut change. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to remember the thing I was talking about. Oh yeah, no,
Oh, welcome, Sir Geralt. I've heard tell of your accomplishments.
Need a bit of grooming.
like I saw a TikTok that was Stitch with Pearl Mania, and I can tell you what the person's TikTok that I was watching. I don't remember what her TikTok was, and I'm not even sure if the original or it's like the guy she was stitching with is Pearl Mania or like that's his name or whatever. But I. I don't know why, but like I feel the need to talk about TikTok sometime. Maybe I'll start doing this on TikTok because like for like the first time ever because I finally figured out how to do it. I made a stitch on a video, and it's definitely not my best work, but I think if I do it more, I can get practiced and I can be pretty good at it. But no, no, I've just been spending a good amount of my time on TikTok, and I saw a TikTok that was yeah, here. All right. Also, by the way, um, I really love communism and I really love cats. So like that's what I'm gonna like talk about this whole time. So I got one cat. Her name's Mac, and she's a Manx cat. So she's got kind of like these big, like kind of like turkey legs, or kind of more so like bunny legs, but like I don't know, they're like her back legs are really big and much bigger than like her normal legs, but not like the legs themselves, not her little paws or you know leg, but like the ankles are just really big, and then she's got this short little stubby tail, and it's I don't know, I find it to be very adorable, and she's pretty like cantankerous little like adorable little bean. And then before Mac, I had Shadow, and Shadow was just like a little black cat. He was a tiny thing. He was like the runt of the litter, a stray. He was completely terrified of anything and everything. And I don't know. He was like, yeah, he was not my first cat, and but like I don't know. He was the cat I had for like the longest amount of time. Uh, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite animal. Like I think I would say like in my heart of hearts, it's Mac. I love Mac. She's adorable. You know, like I don't know. I've had some pretty bad times in my life, but like when I came home after not being home for a while for you know, because I was away. I was doing something else, and then I was like, not doing that thing anymore. And but yeah, like when I finally came back home after a long time, um, I saw my cat Mac, and she was just hanging out in my room, like purring at me, just for like hanging out. I wasn't even like petting her, and I'm like, I love this cat, and this cat loves me, and I'm like, I don't know, I think that's a really like nice thing, like. Like I don't know. I have a very like platonic relationship with my cat of like just like complete and utter love for this cat. Like I don't know, it just like it hits me with like a certain feeling of like I don't know, like when I do see like a cat or a dog, I don't just think, oh, there's a cat and there's a dog. I mean, sometimes I might think and say that, but like most of the time it's like, oh, there's a kitty cat, oh, there's a puppy dog, you know. I go I become uh slightly more childlike. I don't know. I used to really love animals when I was a kid, and then as I grown up and become a cynical, nihilistic, just funny man, I guess. Uh, my love for animals has somewhat softened over the years, but like I don't know, like for me personally, it's like Mac is like a wonderful cat and like just a source of unconditional love for me, and like like love from the cat to me, like it's cat love. It's not like the cat understands anything about me. It just knows I give her food and pets, and she's pretty happy about that. And then, I kind of just pet her and she looks like a little baby and sounds like one. So I'm like, oh, I gotta protect and nurture the little baby cat. And then, at full size, she's this tiny little fucking bean and she's got these big wide eyes. And I'm like, oh, Mac, I'd do anything for you. I love you, cat. But also, she's a nightmare sometimes with how she bangs on my door or wants food all the time and like just makes a ruckus occasionally. She's not the worst cat. Like definitely could be doing a lot of other bad things. Like a problem with Shadow, the cat I had before Mac, is that he would bite the wires a lot. So like if I had him in my room, I had to make sure he wasn't getting at any of the wires. And like I remember when Mac was like a kitten, like one thing I made sure of, I was like, hey, you don't fucking touch a wire, cat. All right, I am up to my gill in wires. All right, I'm kind of a gamer. I don't know if you could tell by the fact that I'm sitting here not playing a game and just checking out
My time's
Geralt
up. So long.
in the uh Sansa shirt. But yeah, no, I don't know, and like you know, I love my cat, and my cat loves me in turn, and like I think it's I don't know, I like that. That's like a beautiful, nice, wholesome relationship to me. It's like, oh yeah, sure, I could date somebody, and like have all these questions and worries and anxieties, and like I know you might be like, wow, look at this, cat guy. This dude's a cat gentleman, you know. It's the male version of a cat lady, and it's like, yeah, fuck you. All right, cat ladies, they figured it the fuck out. All right, I'm right there with them. Fuck men. All right, fuck men. Fuck women. All right, all they want to do is fuck you and fuck you over. You know, both literally and
And what do you
metaphorically.
get for all that
And
work?
you know, why bother with any of that when you can just get a cute little adorable kitty cat? You know, it rarely talks back to you. I don't know. Like sometimes you get cats, they talk back to you. It's like, shut the fuck up. I own you. All right. I love you. Okay. We have a nice, beautiful relationship. But again, I own you. I could put you out on the streets, cat. Not that I ever would, but uh. But yeah, I don't know. This was like all to say that that like I don't know. I remember I was talking with like a friend of mine from high school, and we were just like outside getting high, and he was like, "Oh, so," and he was like trying to hit me with this like hypothetical of like, if your cat turned into a human being, like a human girl, like a hot human cat girl, you would fuck her. And I was like, okay, well, hold on. I have like several questions because like, does it does my cat in human form still have the mind of a cat, or does it have like the mental capacity of a human? Does she like gain a brain? It's like, no, it's just like a cat in human form. Like it's not human. I'm like, then no, I wouldn't fuck it, because like I don't know, I wouldn't fuck an animal. It's like, let's say hypothetically you found a dog attractive. Would you fuck a dog? Would you fuck the dog, you sick fuck? I'm never gonna be monetized, and when YouTube comes to like look over my channel and go, "Hey, should this guy be monetized?" I'm just gonna private all my Witcher 3 videos. All right, if you're watching this Witcher 3 live stream, you're probably watching this on like my Patreon or something. So thank you very much for that. And you know what? You're cool because you give me money. And even though I hate, actually no, you know what? Uh, you know what? Never mind. This is never going to happen. This is a fantasy I'm living out in my head. I'm going to die worthless, sad, pathetic, and alone. All right, and and you want to know why? All right, honestly, I don't know if you could tell, but I sort of did that bit to like dissuade anybody who might not be a particularly good like a like a chill person. Like if you sat through and listened to me talk through and like talk about my kitty cats, and also say that I'm a communist, and you were cool about that, then you know, you should be fine. But there was this TikTok I saw by this creator called TZ. Their ad is 5 BLDES. Five, is that 5 blades? I genuinely don't know. I don't know things. Where, like, I don't know, there's a very interesting TikTok and a very interesting perspective. So, Alex Perlman, Pearlmania 300 or whatever that is, uh, like, I don't know, he's a guy who I watch, like, some of his stuff that, like, pops up, uh, on my page, and, like, you know, I don't think he's, like, a bad person or anything. I think, sometimes he's pretty funny. Like, you know, there's some I've seen of him ranting and raving. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty funny. I like that. But, uh, like, there have also been ones where I'm just like, I don't care. You, you know, it's like, I'm not gonna watch this, and I don't care. And that's because, I don't know, I've, like, just a general layer of, like, apathy about everything, because, like, I do know that life is meaningless, you know, the universe is chaos, we're all going to die. So, like, I take a lot of comfort in that, knowing that, you know, everything is fucked up and sad and terrible, and I wish I could do something about it, but I don't have the power to do anything about it. And you know what? Honestly, why the fuck do I care? Why the fuck should I sit here feeling bad about myself? And hmm, wonder what that is. Guess I'll find out some other time. Oh yeah, did I ever do that quest for the guy who was like, hmm, hmm. Oh yeah. I think I want to do that quest after I do this one. Oh, this guy's closer. Hmm. But yeah, but like, I don't know. Again, I'm very much in the, you know, uh, on the, you know, like, I don't follow the guy. I don't really keep up with anything he says, but like, if a TikTok of his shows up on my For You page, you know, I might watch a little bit of it, or I might watch the whole thing. I don't know. All depends. But like, I don't know, that is say it is kind of like, I don't know. It's an interesting thing because,
All is in order.
hey, yeah, all sure all is, you fucking prick. I don't know. It actually here. But before I actually talk about this TikTok I saw and get into it, I want to talk about uh like the Witcher 3 right now. So you know, Geralt of Rivia. We love him. He's a great dad. A fucking even better monster killer. You know, but he's got layers to him. You know, he's sympathetic. He's got wit. He's got humor. He's got sly, sarcastic remarks. All right, he's got a sexy ass fucking face, beautiful hair, wonderful beard. I should have said beautiful beard and wonderful hair. I was going to say beautiful beard because I love alliterations. But but no, like I quite like Geralt as a character. Like I find him to be charming and funny and like, you know, a lot of things I think uh people would want to see in America in a main character. But I mean, you know, it's not necessarily like, you know, every main character has to be like this, or like, here are the core qualities. Every main, like, no, everybody can be a main character. Anybody, you know, like the kind of the point is that nobody is actually a main character. Like, they're big players. They're people who affect things more and have more power than other people do. That doesn't make them a main character because it's not a story. We live in a chaotic, meaningless universe. At least so I believe. Again, if you believe differently, you're probably gonna get to wherever you're going and have a good time there. And, I'm probably gonna be in whatever the bad place is, and I'll be burning for my sins. And you know what? Fair enough. Burn me up, daddy. But no, so like we love Geralt, but like also Geralt is just like it just like passively helping out this Duchess, and like, I definitely think there are definitely worse areas of the world than this area, but like I don't know, it feels so kind of like hollow to me, this like idea of like, oh yeah, this place is like totally cool, like having a bunch of people work on your vineyard, having like serfs essentially. That's super cool and awesome. I mean, it's not like this is all unjust and terrible, but yet it's like, should you begrudge Geralt for not like doing anything about it? He is but only one man, you know? He alone cannot take on an entire uh like army of a fucking whole ass country that's backed by the fucking Nilfgaardian Empire, which is like the biggest empire. It's a stand-in for the Roman Empire. And and as like, I don't know, I think that's a interesting kind of ethics question. And like, I think again there's uh like, I don't even know if I want to phrase this particularly, but like, in like my eyes there are kind of uh two sorts of like, well, not particularly. There are all sorts of kinds of leftists, but like typically online I see like kind of the two faces of leftism a lot. And there is the like kind and gentle and understanding, sympathetic face of like, oh, like I don't know, it's very like humanitarian. And again, sorry, this is called Faded Witcher 3. I hope you expected me to not really be that sober, but
Keep calm. Start no brawls.
all right, whatever, man. I'm actually looking for a brawl right now. Could you point me in the right direction? I'm looking to get in a fist fight. But shoot. What was I just saying? It was something about something. Can remember that much.
I feel safer with you around, Witcher.
A tip of the hat to the Tourney's victim.
Oh yeah. So there's kind of like the nice, very humanitarian side to leftism, which is like,
Long live Duchessa Anna Henrietta.
which like it comes from like a very like, I think kind of, I don't want to just say good, but it comes from like a good place of like wanting to understand everybody, like I think I sort of associate it with the belief that, like, you know, everybody deserves a chance, every human life is worth something, you know? Like, people are not just, you know, fully formed people that come out of the womb destined to be who they are. No, people are made. People are affected by those around them, by the environment they grow up in, by the things they see, what they watch, the media they engage with, you know? And like there's so many different ways and different aspects to how people end up end up sorry, I wanted to turn my mic down a little bit because I felt like I was a little too loud. But like, yeah, I think there's like one side of leftism that is very I like as a leftist myself, I shouldn't describe it this way, but it's very motherly, you know. It's a very like motherly face of leftism, and then you flip the coin, and the other face of leftism is the more fatherly one, the more bitter, stern, stoic, kind of I'm telling you what's right, you are wrong, sort of thing. And like again, you know, like I'm a lefty kind of guy. I believe in leftist sort of shit, you know. I've you know, I've always like leaned left. You know, I've like never been like particularly like conservative or religious or extremist. Like, you know, I grew up in America, so I've definitely had some bad beliefs throughout my time, especially when I was younger and didn't know any better. But as I've grown older, I like to think that I've learned more and I've become a better person. But again, like one thing that I'm always stuck with, one like realization that can never truly leave me, is that I am powerless, you know, and like that's like both a good and a bad thing because of course every one individual person is powerless, but when we all come together, you know, anything is possible. Humanity can do whatever it sets its mind to. But it's like, are we ever going to come together? Are we ever going to rise up and change the world for the better? For the better? For the better? Or are we all just going to continue living our lives, whatever that may be, continuing to go through the motions of our life on the set paths that our brains have already decided for us, that people in suits who think and essentially are better than us, you know, get to enjoy their lives and the bounties of the earth to the fullest extent, while the vast majority of us has struggled to get by. But it's like, I don't know. I think there's obviously like a good balance between the two. You know, like you can't just, you know, uh, like hug the pain out of a bigot's heart. You know. Um. Hmm. All right, right on. Yeah, it's so weird that that guy's named Liam. Also, damn, son. I was like pretty close to where I needed to go, and then somehow I walked 700 feet. Pretty crazy. But yeah, anyway. Now, I kind of want to talk about this TikTok. So, like, hold on, just to get like a good summary. Um, I don't know. It's kind of interesting because like like A- Alex Perlman is man, what is up with the fucking clouds, man? Can like the clouds just like not do that? Like all it does is bug me, but like that, I feel like it'd be genuinely bad for like people with photosensitivity. To be fair, I would hope that people with photosensitivity are not watching some random live stream of The Witcher 3, but still, I fucking hate that, man. Drives me nuts. Now this makes me just absolutely gust with joy. Like I'm very happy about the game looking so fucking beautiful. But uh hmm. I don't know why TikTok's not doing that now. Hmm. Hmm. But yeah, I don't know here. But like basically the video that she's responding to is I don't know what specifically the guy's talking about, but he's talking about some I don't know why, but I can't fucking watch it again. I watched it because like, usually it was like Stitch with this person, and you click on that person's name, it takes it to the fucking TikTok, but it didn't take me to the TikTok for some reason. I don't know. I'm an old man. I'm bad with technology. Make fun of me, please. Oh wow. You can fucking waste your time a whole lot more better and more efficiently than I can waste my time. Congratulations. You want a fucking prize, Zoomer? I'll fucking kill you. All right. And just for complete clarity here, alright? I'm fucking 22. I'm a young guy myself. I was born in 2001, alright? Before 9/11 happened, but not old enough to remember it. Which I think pretty based. I love how the foliage just like constantly changes. Oh, it would be fascinating to see what this area looked like, or how this area runs with graphics mode instead of performance mode. Okay. Ooh, I thought for a second I wasn't streaming at all. But yeah, but like essentially like the guy's TikTok is him just kind of complaining about capitalism in general. And like, do we still have to keep doing this shit? Like paying bills, working a job, you know? It's like, aren't we all fucking fed up with this shit, you know? And he was probably like directing it towards like politicians or like the people in power or something. And then uh the person that stitched them, I don't know if they are, but they definitely were wearing a doctors slash they were wearing scrubs. So I don't know if they're a doctor or a nurse or a surgeon or you know any other thing that you could be that involves wearing scrubs. I don't know. I am a dumbass. I could never do that job, and you know, complete respect to all the people that can and do that job. But her TikTok was uh like if all you're gonna do is complain, then just shut up, you know? Because like every time, you know, we all agree that something is terrible and awful and it's an egregious thing, and we all agree about it, but then nothing happens. And like I don't know, to a certain extent, I definitely see and understand her argument, but I don't know, it feels very I I don't want to say like poisoning the well, but it's like it's like I don't know. I would say it's more like throwing out the baby with the bathwater, a a a little bit. Not I mean, not necessarily exactly that metaphor, but like I think pretty close to it, where it's like to a certain extent, like I think complaining and informing people about the problem is certainly better than like not informing people about the problem. And like there were some uh, comments that said this. One of them that was worded particularly well got a like from the creator, but then the other ones that were just directly stating that uh, she didn't particularly like him. And like again, I don't think she's wrong necessarily. Like you know, you can't really call yourself an activist or whatever. Like I call myself a communism. I think that's where I would lie politically. If you were to really narrow down my stances and my beliefs about the world, human beings, the laws, the government, and how things should operate, I think I would end up being a communist. And but then it's like, do I do anything that makes me a communist? Do I work? Do I help people? Do I, you know, join unions, join protests? Do I do anything? No. So like, I forget how I worded this, but I worded this as like a joke where like, you know, like ostensibly I'm just like a centrist or like a libertarian. Like I literally don't do anything, you know? Hmm. Law. But yeah, like I don't know, like again to a certain extent, I think she has a point, you know. It's and like here's the thing, I'm sort of framing this like about me, but like of course it's not about me, you know. It's not even necessarily about the person that she stitched, you know. It's more about this like feeling that people have, and it's like I don't know, to a certain extent I kind of have that feeling too. Like I mean I don't know, the main thing that I hold on to is hope. Like I genuinely think that people are more good than evil. People want to do good. They want to do the right thing. They want to help other people, but it's just hard to. And people have to look out for themselves. And they've been taught that the best thing to do is to look out for yourself. Don't help people. Don't, care about them. Don't grow too close to anybody. Manipulate them for your benefit. Exploit them. Exploit everyone, everything. Just absolutely everything that you that you can, and you'll do great. You'll have money. You won't have friends. You won't have true love. You won't have anything other than a bunch of things and shit you don't even fucking care about. But hey, you did it. You won. You did a capitalism. You should be proud of yourself. Now go kill yourself in whatever way rich people kill themselves nowadays. I don't know, because again, like, I think again, I have this mean streak in me. I am a bit of a hater. So like, for example, I remember when I was like a teenager, I kind of was like thinking about this, of like, why are rich people depressed? I remember this might have been around the time that like rich people were starting to complain about like prejudice that they were facing because they are rich. It's like, oh man, all these people, they're just they don't like me because I'm rich. I tell people I'm rich, and they assuming I'm an idiot, that I'm incompetent, that I'm a big old jerk. But no, I'm just a nice normal guy like you. But it was kind of like around this time, and I was like, and like, of course there's always been the saying, money can't buy happiness, and to a certain extent that's true, but like, it's like if you're literally like rich, you can just buy happiness, like you know uh, money in of itself does not necessarily bring happiness, but it can. There are plenty of people who get a lot of money just to get a lot of money. It's like human beings just have this instinct in them to get as much as possible, to go for a high score. Take video games, for example. People will dedicate hours and fucking so much time and effort and just like practice, training, all to be the person who beat a video game the fastest. And it's like it's like it's just a compulsion people have. They want to be the best. They want to be number one. They want to strive to do something great, something other people will talk about and be impressed by. And it's like that's a good thing. Like that should be facilitated in like culture and in like an economy if we want to have that. But like ultimately what should come first is the needs of people, their safety, the ability to eat and sleep and do most basic vital functions that that people need to do to survive. Like I think that's what should be prioritized above all else. And then you might sit there and disagree with me, and then I would disagree with you, and then I would go, you know what, fuck it, it doesn't matter, all right. I want to help you. Like it's not like when I fucking it's like again, like 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 with the whole depressed rich person thing, kind of as a more cynical fucking shitty teenager. uh I would definitely I was like, it absolutely makes no sense that rich people are depressed and they deserve absolutely no sympathy. Fuck them. They fucking suck. But, you know, to a certain extent, I think, you know, rich people do deserve sympathy to a certain extent. Like, I don't think you should be rich anymore. But, like, you know, I don't think you should be fucking burned at the stake for just having a lot of money. Now, if you've done other things to get that money, say immoral, exploitative, terrible things to people, then, I mean, I don't know. I think you should have some kind of justice or some kind of retribution for that. I don't think it should necessarily be violent. But, you know, it's like, I don't know. That shouldn't be up to one person. But like I don't know. Again, this was all kind of just to say and to kind of say like, you know, like don't like I would recommend not going for the nihilism. You know, I would not go in. I would not go in for the fatherly method of uh, of feeling if you can. Like again, I mean, you know, people are gonna feel the way they feel, and you should never feel bad for how you feel. But you know, of course, you should feel bad for, you know, doing bad things and like affecting people in like a bad way. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just rambling. I can't find a point. I can't find a good landing spot for this whole big ass fucking tangent about nothing.
Enough said.
I know, but I think ultimately the thing I was trying to say before I fucked up and lost my train of thought slightly, and I decided to just smash the whole thing and fucking burn it to the ground and say, no, it was stupid. I'm stupid. I hate myself. I should never make anything. I should just quit streaming. I should delete my whole YouTube channel. Everything I've done has been for nothing. It's all been embarrassing, and I'm a dumb fucking idiot for thinking I could do anything. And, you know, I think rather than kind of going for that kind of nihilism and being a fucking baby man-child bitch, like again, there's the mean part of me. Like I'm genuinely like, like I don't know. I mean, as like someone who was a kid at some point, I do have this like feeling of like I'm not good enough and I will never be good enough. I was never good enough for anything or anybody, and I never will be, and I'm a fucking failure, and I'm a sack of shit, and I should be doing good things, but I can't fucking do things, and I don't do good things because I'm a fucking piece of shit who would rather play fucking video games and fuck around and get high when I should be working, I should be doing something. But it's like, I don't know what I should be doing. I don't know where I should be working. Every time I work somewhere, I end up wanting to fucking kill myself even more than I normally do. Which is to say, not at all.
They shine. Wow.
Gotta say, starting to really feel the effects of being high. I was like, man, I don't know if this is ever gonna kick in, but damn, did it kick in. So it's because I took a little weed gummy. I'm gonna take another one right now. Pretty good. But I don't know. I think like ultimately I don't know the TikTok I watched, like it made me feel slightly bad.
Butts to buckets.
you know? And like, I feel like I might have come in with like slightly negative energy because of that. Because
Always in
like,
order.
I don't know, when you watch a TikTok like that, you can't help but like project yourself onto it. Like like I don't know, almost like any comment I see, like I will
What a
always
bountiful
perceive
season.
it
We
to
must
be as
water more
as
barrels.
negative and as like mean as it possibly could be. You know, look, like say for example, it if somebody like leaves a comment that's like, "Wow, great hair," uh, you know, I might read that as they intended it, which is like genuine and like, oh wow, they think I got gray hair. But like, if I think I had terrible hair this video, and like in other videos I had better hair, and then they go, oh wow, gray hair, and it's like, wow, your hair is so great. I'd be like, fuck you, you fucking sarcastic little bitch. I'll like take things like personally and negatively when that necessarily was not the intention for it.
Come on.
But like again, I like like I don't know. Again, as I've said, I've got a little bit of the mean streak in me too. But like but like I don't know. Again, with this like TikTok, I saw like I think my feelings ultimately about it are like, oh hey, I don't think you should be telling people to shut up, but you know, I'm also not gonna tell you to shut up because what would be the point of that, you know? So therefore, I'm just not gonna say anything at all, like directly. Like I'm not gonna leave a comment. I'm talking about it here because I have feelings and thoughts about it. Of like it is like, oh, if you're not personally doing anything to solve the problem, then shut the fuck up about it.
Always in
Like
order.
I'm so fucking sick and tired of just this fucking like I don't know, a lot of like anti sort of left rhetoric can spawn from this, but like what's the fucking word for it where you're like virtue signaling, that's it, that's the word. But like all these people are virtue signaling, and like none of them actually have any virtue and none of them actually care. And like that might be true for some people, but I think some people do care. And like, you know, again, I like to believe people are generally more good than they are evil and bad, and that you know, like I want to take most people at face value. You know, like I want to respect them as a human being and respect them and their intelligence, and I'm not gonna like besmirch them or you know try to make them feel bad about themselves and existing in this terrible world.
Mama
Because
says that
like
if someone's
again,
really,
like
really,
uh
really
uh, doctor, surgeon, and or nurse lady, what have you done to
Why
solve
don't
the
you all just
problem?
get off my
It's
back?
like, oh, you're in a hospital and you're saving people's lives. Wow, that's really great. You know, it'd be wonderful if they didn't have any debt. Could you not give them debt when you're at the hospital? Oh wait, you don't have any control or power over that, do you? So what are you doing about it? Why don't all the nurses go on strike and say, hey, we're not going to operate on people, and we're not going to help people until healthcare is free. Why don't all the doctors band together and say, "Oh, hey, you know, our the healthcare uh, industry and insurance agencies are really exploitative and terrible, and they're ruining people's lives. And as doctors, we've made a vow to never harm anyone and to save and do everything within our power to have make people healthy and safe and comfortable or whatever. I don't know. I haven't read The Hypocritical Elf, but the Hippocratic Oath, but I'm just fucking around. And like again, I'm doing a bit here. Like, don't take anything I'm saying too seriously here. But it's like, again, I think like much could be said the same thing, but like that is a very, like, I think personally toxic, bad place to approach things and people, you know. It's like, you know, it's just like writing people off, like I tend to do this as a joke. A lot of the time is like, oh man, I fucking hate old people. I can't wait till they die. But like, just because someone is old does not mean they're a bad person. Like, I've met some really sweet and really nice old people, and like, you know, like the problem has never been one specific group of people. Like the problem, well, I mean the problem has been like the specific group of people is not necessarily all one race or all one gender. I mean, you know, predominantly most of them are white and male, and you know that's the truth, particularly in America. And but again, you know, if it was all just like white men that were the problem, then we could just kill all white men. And as, you know, a guy with auburn hair, you know, maybe I could sit here and go, oh, but the Irish oppression. But no, I mean, kill me. Just fucking kill me. Do it. I'll fucking, you know, just like, just end it all for me. But again, you know, that wouldn't be the problem, because then, you know, the problem ultimately is power imbalance. That, you know, people have power, people have property, people have weapons, people have resources, people have all sorts of things, while plenty of people don't have those things. And some of those things people need to survive. Some of those things people only want as a luxury or as an enjoyable thing. Some things are necessary. Some things are not necessary. And because, you know, we live in a capitalist society, we don't prioritize the necessary. Instead, we tend to prioritize the unnecessary. We, sorry, sorry, I was talking and like, I like just I had like a bag that fell over and knocked over my little vape cart. I know, and I mean,
liked you from the start. Every Witcher I've known has been a swell lad.
like kind of going back to that, is that like, you know, I think that like, you know, ultimately a lot of people want to do good and they want to be a part of like a good change in the country. And I think that, you know, it's hard for that to come around for a lot of reasons, because there are people who don't want to change for a country. There are plenty of people who are happy with the current situation, and are just fine with their lot in life, you know? Like, or, and then also people work against their best interests and aren't, like, educated and informed enough to realize that, you know, when you're voting for, what the hell is happening? Get away from me, children. I need to get out of here. Horse. Look at that horse. What, the sun? Or the horse, Geralt? Because, I mean, it's okay to say... I mean... If, like, a horse is hot, I mean, if you're hot, your horse is hot. Bring him inside. But, like, I don't know, I think it's not a very good, I don't know, it's like a classic little bit of, like, leftist infighting, and, like, don't get me wrong, like, I mean, I don't know, I'm an antisocial guy, I'm in my own bubble, you know, I like to not do any fighting, I'm a pretty big pacifist, but it's like, I don't know, I think, you know, talking is, ah, that was just all green. But like I think talking is certainly like talking and bringing up the problem and having a discussion about it is certainly a hell of a lot better than, you know, not acknowledging it, than just like pushing it under the rug and pretending it doesn't exist, living in blissful ignorance. But then you know, if part of opening your eyes and becoming woke is realizing you have no power and you can't do anything, and only through the power of everyone coming together can we affect real change and help and help everybody, then and you realize that, like, that's not it, like, it is possible, but it's not possible until everyone comes together. You're kind of just waiting on the rapture, you know? You're just waiting for this, like, perfect moment to happen. So it's like you have to do what you can now. You have to affect the change that you can do, you know? Even if it's just a little bit, even if you only help one person. You know, at least you're out there doing good, improving the lives of other people, and not just focusing on your own life. But it's like, to a certain extent, I would argue that, like, nobody has to be alive. I don't think anybody necessarily owes their help to somebody. Like, again, like, I don't think people should be forced to have to deal with people, or forced to be into, or to have a job and, like, like, do something, like, involving people or whatever. It's like, I don't know, it's like, again, I still I believe in a certain sense of freedom, because, like, there will always be freedom inherent in humanity because of just how we operate, how our brains works, how our literal physical body works. Like, you have the freedom to do whatever you can do, whatever is possible, you know? And, like, you can choose to walk this way, you can choose to, you know, talk to somebody, you can choose to talk to nobody, you can choose to murder somebody, you can choose to play a funny little prank, you can choose to, you know, fall in love with somebody who will never love you back, or, you know, you can manipulate someone into sleeping with you, you know? There's all sorts of things you can do as a human being, like, all the time, that, you know, you know, people would consider to be good or bad, differing levels, for sure, you know? Like, it is a good thing to help somebody out if you see someone injured, and it's definitely a bad thing to see someone who's injured and then kick them where they're injured and then go, ha ha, you're injured. Ha, what a loser. I'm not injured. I'm perfectly fine and healthy. While you are different and worse. Ah, ha ha ha.
Now
I
shall
feel
sink you a song.
good.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So, like, I mean, obviously, I'm on the side of, like, ultimately, I think everybody should come together and we should all put aside our differences and deal with those who are actually the problem. But, like, also, again, it's like, I don't know about you. I don't know what you believe, but I know what I believe. I know who the problem is, and I could probably spitball a couple ways to solve the problem. But like, I don't know. Is that necessarily a good idea? Because I mean, what do you think is gonna end capitalism? Like what is going to save the world? Like is it going to be anything? Is it going to be slow gradual change? Are we going to gradually incrementally approach to a solution like, a centrist? No, obviously not. You need radical, you need uh big change to happen. And like again, like a comment I saw that the creator liked was like, oh yeah, but then when everybody gets together and we finally have the potential to actually make a stance and make a change and let our voices be heard, we get fucking killed, you know? And it's like, I definitely think that's a fair point, you know? Like, like people on TikTok, like to joke about it a lot, where like, it's like the highest award in journalism is getting killed, and it's like, I get that's a very like macabre, like ironic sort of uh gallows humor uh style joke, it's a little bit of dark humor, but like it's also like
I like
true
this.
in a way.
Now
It's like, again, as like a communist, as a leftist, as a minority, you are not allowed to ever advocate for violence. Like, when you advocate for violence, that is bad and that is wrong, and you should never do that under any circumstances, because how dare you? How dare you? Okay? You should sit there and you should accept the lot you're given in life and not fucking complain, obviously. But then, if you're part of the majority, if you're, a police officer, a cop, a government official, uh, the violence is implicit. Like, Obama, the great man, a great change, spent a lot of his time as president just murdering people and destabilizing the Middle East. And like, it's like the Middle East is definitely not a great place. I definitely don't know what the solution is there. Like, there's definitely a lot of oppression towards women and other groups of people. And it's like, it's like, again, I don't think the correct solution is doing nothing, but also I don't think the correct solution is killing people. Maybe it's, oh, I don't know, accepting refugees? The crazy idea. What if we did something good and non-violent that kind of helped out everybody? Because that would obviously be bad, we don't you know there's a whole party that's in America, like 50% of people that just hate immigrants. Like, if you're a Republican, you're anti-immigration. you're anti-immigration and you're anti-immigrant, and it like the Republican Party is just the party for bigots, morons, and fucking grifters. When meanwhile the Democrat Party is also very much welcome to the same sorts of people because it's all fucked, it's all corrupt, it's all fucking broken, you know. The system, in fact, it's kind of ironic I'm calling the system broken because that's how it's always been. That's how it was always intended to be. Laws apply to, you know, laws apply to you. Laws don't apply to me, the man who writes the laws, you know. The hoi polloi, you know, they deserve whatever they get. But me, I deserve so much more. I deserve the best. I deserve my special chair and a special painting and a special place for all the special boys who killed the most people. You know, that's where I want to be. That's what being a human being is all about to me. I I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
No pros. Ow!
But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think like ultimately the whole point of this is just like, do whatever you want. You're gonna die. Like, I don't know. Try to be good, but also don't. You know. Like again, I'm not your dad. I'm not gonna put on the fucking stern face of like, oh, you are actively participating in capitalism and that's bad. And it's like, what the like, don't let me wrong, I'm not centrist about it, you know, but like again, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, I don't know, man.
A courageous heart
Like
overcomes all
it's kind of like a big thing for me that, like, you know, I don't have a gun. I've never shot a gun. I kind of never want to shoot a gun. I particularly don't want to own a gun, really, because I mean there's a part of me that wants to. There's a part of me that wants to, like, just shoot at things and have fun with guns, but like, you know, that's missing the point of a gun. A gun is to kill people, and I don't want to kill people. And if I wanted to kill people, I certainly would not admit that live on air. But again, ultimately, I don't want to kill anybody. Like, I'm very much of the peaceful mindset. And so, in the case of peaceful options, so, you know, you can't shoot the people who are the problem. So, what else can you do then, you know? Like, I'll protest. I'll do whatever I can. But also, there's not much I feel like I can do.
Can I shoot your crossbow?
And like again, I don't know. You can leave a comment saying, "Oh, hey, you should go join your local organization. You should go out campaigning. You should go out and you should go do this. You do that." And it's like, sure, I guess maybe I'll think about it. I will think about it. I guarantee you that. I cannot guarantee I'm going to do shit and stop being a pathetic sack of shit who does nothing as a fucking waste of life. And should just shut the fuck up and die already. But I will promise you, I will, you know, take any comment anybody writes seriously. Or not seriously, if you want to fuck around and make a joke. That, you know, again, I don't care. Do what you want within reason. Because I'm going to do what I want within reason. And hopefully we can all get along. If not, then, you know, we can just be in different places.
Come on, come here. I shan't bite you. Huh? May I get you anything?
Nah.
Cheap inoculations. Come get a touch of pox, rot, or rash.
you? You join
Prove
this
your
champion?
worth. I shan't waste my breath on you till you do.
Oh, now you look to be a man in search of exertion. Hey, Whitelocks, will you dare to fight Colossus?
Colossus. Interesting as monikers go. Or is that what his mother called him out of the womb, too?
Why would she not have? Colossus. It rings out with pride and passion. So, will you fight?
Fine. Let's fight.
Ah, boring. I'm not interested. Quick I am. Too quick for you. It'll be knick-knack, paddywhack. Here's your arm bone. Where's the sport in it?
Don't want to fight? Why bother looking for challengers then? Wasting my time.
Whoa, a bit testy are we? A witcher, right? Let's do it like this. You parry 3 blows I throw your way, you win. But you can't swing at me. Not once. Just deflect my blows. Got it? Catch 3 of them, and I'll toss you double your wager.
Feeling that generous?
No, I just know you can't do it. No one's ever done it. Too fast, see? So, willing to try for 3 blocks?
Fine. Doubt I'll have any trouble deflecting a few blows.
That I get. At long last, one with a sportsman's soul. Now, listen. The rules say you're not to start your parry until I've cocked my fist. Standing with your guard-ups, not allowed.
Ladies and gentlemen, witness a most peculiar fight. How shall I say this? The Witcher has accepted a colossal challenge.
Ha! No! You old goose! Too quick for you, huh?
Incredible! The Witcher has parried Colossus's blows. No one's ever managed that feat.
Here's your due.
Thanks.
Only Mancomb now stands between you and your duel with the Maestro. Look for him by the docks south of Otterby.
Few drops of wine, and lo and behold, I see better.
Life's like an infant. It must be born.
Few drops of wine, and lo and behold, I see better.
Alright. Okay, maybe it's not alright. Whoa. I just noticed these 2 guys inside each other. Pretty exciting. Not something you see every day. Unless you're me.
Cursed are the greedy.
But that's just because I've been playing The Witcher 3 pretty much every day.
Could gone this time.
Sweet mother of mine.
But, yeah, anyway, let's go defeat Mancomb.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see you're a kid.
Geralt, please.
Let's behave, Fred. You're in Beauclair, see?
You're in Beauclair, see? Shut up.
The jaw-dropping Mancomb awaits a challenger. His tongue as devastates Witcher. Surely you've techniques you'd care to test and demonstrate.
He looks like a nitwitted Nancy to me. If his tongue's as tight as I think, I'll knock him down with one blow.
Do you wish to jump in?
Considering it.
So you're not surprised. Consider this as well. Here, intellect counts as much as strength.
You see, Mancomb is no ordinary fighter.
Mancomb? First I've ever encountered that name.
One should never judge an opponent by his name. Master Mancomb is a saddler, though a valiant one at that. His blows are as fierce as his riposts are sharp.
Fine, let's start.
Oh, my knees quake like a carnival rattled.
Let's get on with this ridiculous battle.
I'm a top taunter, the best around, not one to be beaten by some inbred hound.
Your taunts? I've heard dogs retch things more profound. Hear how pathetic and stupid you sound.
Well, how then is this for a clever tongue twister? You're a bum-botching, blackened, bile-filled blister.
Think you're confused. That sounds more like your sister. I'm immune to disease, but even I'd die if I kissed her.
You aren't worthy to empty my sister's bedpan. You mange-ridden mutant, not even a man.
Should have quit before we began. Gonna make you wish you'd turned tail and ran.
Why, you... bad... I've got to admit, you know how to roast a man. You win.
Mean we're not gonna fight?
Why? I told you, you've won.
The Witcher wins, beating Mancomb at his own game.
You out-tongued me, but only because I'm under the weather today. I'd have lashed you raw otherwise.
Right, sure.
Thus, you've gained the right to challenge the Maestro. Look for him at the docks, and congratulations. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Holy shit, that was the best thing ever. I really was not expecting that. That was really a lot of fun. I kind of want to see all the different options now. Like, obviously, I just went for the ones that rhymed.
Have you heard? Vermentino and Coronata have partnered up to purchase Belgard.
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed by your ticket.
Oh man, I don't know. Like, honestly, right now I'm just like kind of overjoyed with my love for this game, because like that's such a silly thing. Like, I genuinely love that, you know. Like, I kind of think if you're gonna do a fantasy world, like something funny, I think is just people following odd, strange rules. Like, say for example, if you best a man in a battle of wits, of just, you know, absolutely decimating his character while out rhyming him all the while, like, like, that shit's just really funny. And it's like, oh, you've bested me at words, now I must serve and protect you. And it's like, wait, what? You know, like some bandit comes up to you and is like, give me your money or your life, or we could play the game of life. And you might just not get
I need good
the knife.
victuals, rations.
I don't know. I kind of fucked that up. I'm not a good rhymer, but but oh, hold on.
All best in moderation.
But like
Mamas
damn.
and papas.
What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, no, like I think that's a really silly little bit, you know, of like, oh, you've done that, now this is going to happen. And it's like, oh, really? And it's like, yes, I am a man of honor. Nope, don't want to go this way. Man, I'm real good at walking around. Alright. Let's go defeat the Maestro in a fist fight.
Best cure for the beast, a witcher. Help! I'll take him from the left.
That's white. The wizard. John, they say he's slapped them. Still and Malcolm. Yeah? Hey there. The girl from Corfu Bianco goes walking.
You either drink with us or you're against us.
Life soils one's imagination.
Blimey! Twould sniff us fast!
This where I find the boxer they call the Maestro?
Maestro, champ, the undefeated. Folk call him many things. You are the witcher who dropped the 3 lesser champions?
I am. Come to fight the Maestro, but seems to me he's indisposed.
Alcohol is the Maestro's remedy for his crippling shyness. He's a delicate man, you see? He'd never so much as hit a pillow while sober.
Fighting sober's like dancing to silence.
Forget fighting. Sure you can stand? You're blind drunk.
Not your bum-bopping business. Ah, you cheat, you chat, while my vodka's gone flat. Will you fight, yea or nay?
Let's go. I challenge you.
Hold on. Whoa. I am a man of principle. I keep to a code. I don't tinkle where I eat, and I don't fight folk who don't drink.
Meaning?
Meaning you're to drink, or hey diddle diddle out of here.
Sheesh. Fine.
Mesdames, messieurs, the Maestro will perform at last.
Let's do this.
Hey, well packed that. Under a post, yes. When I chop you'll be bumble. Come on. Hey, well parried that. Under a post, yes.
When I chop, you'll be bumbled. Hey, well done, that. Under riposte, yes. When I chop, you'll be bumbled. Ah, scab. You beat me. It's not happened in years. Your fists, they're glorious.
Thanks.
I'm gobsmacked, I am. I have to drink it off. Oof, good fight. To speak true, I'm pleased you stripped me of the title. I shall have more time to pursue my chief interest now.
Witcher Geralt of Rivia is hereby crowned Fisticuffs champion of Beauclair. Bravo! Behold your trophy.
A life without liquor's like loving without licking.
All right, fun. All right, let's do this. Yo, Geralt's just like me for real.
Oh!
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if you look at my profile picture, there is no other character that's just like me for real, except for Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Busted barrels. Contents spilled all over. Must have been tannin in there. Used to treat leather. Beast smashed the barrels. That's how the scent got on the scale.
Your Coco is so very curious. Strong sense especially intrigue her. The barrels, they must have drawn her in. Drawn her to the caravan.
Busted barrels slimed with venom. Hallmarks of an attack. Basilisk must have caught the second victim here. Anyway, got 2 cents. Venom and tannin. Ought to be enough to track the beast.
Why track her at all? Your caste is protected. Her death would forever destabilize the ecosystem. Who knows what would happen? I see unforeseeable consequences down the line. Simply refrain from provoking her. Harm her not, and she too will leave you untouched. I've long suspected they do it on purpose. Scent their goods. They seek to lure the Basilisk to destroy their wares. It allows them to demand compensation from their assurers.
Poor man. A horrid death, truly. Poor man. A horrid death, truly.
Busted barrels. Contents spilled all over. Must have been tannin in there. Used to treat leather. Beast smashed the barrels. That's how the scent got on the scale. Odors dispersed. Seems to be everywhere. Basilisk must be high in the sky. Bloodstains. Clear as day. Sense perceptible again. Just as I expected. Second victim, but relatively unscathed. Basilisk must have been dragging him back to its nest for later. Dropped him for some reason. Wonder why.
Dear Gaston, in reply to your question regarding the planned transport route for the Barrows of Tannin, allow me to confirm. The official itinerary supported by the Guild still goes through the lands belonging to Count de Salvaris. The board sees no reason to deviate from our traditional path. The Count has pledged to cover all eventual damage caused by the Great White Terror, so even in the case of destruction of the entire cargo, the Guild will suffer no monetary losses. Set this guy up. What the fuck is happening?
Here's something, but it's no basilisk screech. Human voices.
We're true reavers.